Well done everybody, you've successfully achieved your sashimi, and now we're going to graduate to preparation of the sushi rice, otherwise known as shari or sushi meshi. This is the most important step. Firstly, we're going to take our rice, cook the rice, and then we're going to, whilst it's hot, tip it out into a large container and fan through a pre-prepared solution of vinegar, sugar and salt. Always use short grain white rice for your sushi presentation. Hajimemashou. Let's start. We need to take some water and pour it over our rice. Just gently massage the grains of rice, and what we're trying to do is release the external starch on the grain into the liquid. This will be evidenced by the liquid becoming very milky. Very gentle motion, I'm just going like this with my hand. And now we're going to tip this off. And we leave about 1 cup of water in here, and now we're going to start massaging the grains of rice. Whilst there's a little amount of liquid here, there's more opportunity for the grains to knock against each other and then further release more external starch into the liquid. The reason we're doing this is so that we don't end up with what the Japanese call smelly rice. We don't want to have a sticky, gluey starch on top of the cooked rice at the end. Now we're going to add some more water to this. Gently massage around. All the starch is going into the liquid. And now we're going to tip this off and repeat the process again. Again, you leave about 1 cup of water and then off we go. In the home situation, if you feel more comfortable, just simply hold your fingers straight and work it around like this and you'll achieve the same result. Don't be too fierce with your movements because we don't want to end up with broken rice. Okay, let's put some more water on top. We're going to massage this around and then we'll tip it off once more. Some more water and another gentle massage. By now you can see the water's almost clear. And it'll be ready for cooking. We'll tip this one off, all the water completely. Now we have our washed rice, and what we need to do is put it into our rice cooker with a pre-measured amount of our water, 1.1 litres to 4 cups of short grain white rice with a piece of kombu seaweed. Simply place it into the pot. The water goes in, the kombu seaweed's in. Lid on, put the switch on, and it's away cooking. Now we're going to prepare the vinegar solution. You'll need to have a small pot. You have your pre-measured amount of vinegar, sugar and salt, 100 ml of vinegar, 60 grams of sugar and 20 grams of salt. Simply all we need to do is combine it into the pot all together, and then we'll stir it together, put it over to a low flame, gently heat it through just in order to dissolve the granules, and then it will be ready to use. The vinegar solution has now been dissolved and cooled, and our rice is cooked. And what we need to do is tip our rice out into a large container. Here I'm using a traditional hangiri tub, and we're going to fan through the vinegared solution. On no account, tip this vinegared solution in here and stir it, because you're going to end up with glue. We need to discard the kombu seaweed, and then we'll pick this up and then tip it all out. We take our vinegared solution and we're going to pour it over the spatula to evenly disperse it around the rice. And now we'll make some vertical cutting motions, top to bottom and then left to right, in order to single out the grains of rice and start to spread the rice. Now we push it all over to one side, and we're going to use a horizontal cutting lifting motion, and what we're hoping to achieve is that each grain of rice, whilst it's hot, has an opportunity to absorb that flavoured seasoned liquid. So cutting lifting motion, never just stirring, and then push it all over to the other side. If you have any lumps, just work at them with the vertical motion. So cutting, lifting, and now we're going to turn the bowl around and we'll start again. Be very gentle at this stage. You don't want to smash the grains of rice. If you don't have a traditional hangiri tub at your home, just substitute with something from your kitchen, but the widest possible container that you may have. Let's turn it around once more. And this will be the final time. Typically when you find that the rice starts to tighten a little bit to this action, then it's time to stop. And now we just simply spread the rice out gently, evenly across the tub, and we're going to give it an opportunity to cool down. Typically at this time, we use a fan in order to help with that cooling process. And what we need to do is bring the temperature of the rice to room temperature, so it'll be just barely warm. Whilst we're fanning the rice, I'd like to mention you can purchase from the Asian food stores a pre-made vinegar solution. So here in this bottle, this is a Mitsukan brand Sushi vinegar solution. It already has its own flavouring of vinegar, sugar and salt, but what you'll find is it might be in a different ratio to that which I've given to you in my recipe in the book. You'll need to have a taste and see if that's to your liking. Also available is a powdered version. This one you'll need to be very careful with, because there's no guarantee that you can evenly spread it through the rice. And what you might find is that there'll be pockets of strong flavour and others with none.